Wheelchair user to Everest Base Camp and Kilimanjaro Summit. Yes, I'm outside again. I'm going to stop doing that when I'm outside. Anyway, so progress report. So I want to show you where I am first. So down there a bit further around the corner is my local Tesco's, which is my goal for the end of next week. That'd be quite nice. So it's currently 2.5 weeks since my last hip operation, 4 months since my first hip. Now just over that way, there's a restaurant. Every time I go past, I always have a chat to the owner. He says, well, when you can walk down here, I'll buy you a pint. So there's a really good excuse for me getting there. So a few days after I'd had my second operation, I walked as far as, we can't see it, but there's a little seat under there, there's a bin. Let me cross sides. Oh, there we go. Just about to make that out. So that's as far as I went that time, and it was a wee bit too far. So I'm taking it really easy. So my house is that way and a bit further. So I think that's that point there. I think it's 0.2 of a mile, something like that, each way, so it's 0.4 of a mile. Right. The other thing I want to mention is, now this is the end of June in the UK. A lot of Americans have been laughing at us Brits for having our heat wave recently, when it's been 25 degrees centigrade, about 75 Fahrenheit. You know, most Americans think it's getting hot when it's into the 90s, and it's a heat wave when it's over 100 Fahrenheit. Well, this is what we're used to over here. Jacket, hat on. It's slightly drizzling, it's 13 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, 45, 50, maybe. But this is what we're used to. You know, this is a typical day. It's June, and I'm in a coat. I shouldn't be in a coat. But that's what it is. So, yeah, when it hits 75 Fahrenheit, 25 centigrade, it is hot for us. Anyway, I shall carry on, because this is quite a challenge. This is the furthest I've gone in 5, 6, maybe 7 years. In fact, probably 8 years since I started my 1,000-mile walk. There's a challenge for you. Walk 1,000 miles in a year. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's a lot. Well, okay, it is. But it's less than 3 miles a day. 5 kilometres a day. Now, you might have to walk to work. You can count that. If I go into the office, I've got to park in a multi-storey car park out the way. Then there's a walk onto site, then there's a walk to the office. Count all that in. So when you get home overnight time, you might have a mile to walk, you might have half a mile to walk. Keep logging it, and within a year, whatever day you start, doesn't matter, within 12 months, you can have walked 1,000 miles. And I think it's 2.7 miles a day. So if you do 3 miles a day, you've done it in like 11 and a half months. Right, I'm getting out of breath. I'll carry on this chat when we get home. You take care, I'll catch you then. Bye. Now I'm sweating. It started raining just before I got home. I was walking a lamppost, stopped for a minute, catch my breath again. Because I wobble when I walk, it's using a lot more effort than you'd normally use if you're just walking. So it's harder work. So and obviously I'm not used to it at all. So every lamppost I've got to stop. On the way back anyway, on the way down I got most of the way there in one go. But yeah, it started raining, so a couple of places I wanted to stop, I just had to keep going. My legs feel like jelly. That's really good. I might try a short walk later on, I might not. I definitely want to do that tomorrow, especially if it's not raining. Exactly where I went today, and then Monday I can go and do an extra lamppost. In other news, when I was in a lot of pain, I was on a lot of medication, tablets, painkillers and what have you. So your pain is stopping you from concentrating. Your tablets are clouding your mind. Well, less pain, hardly any pain really, to be honest now. So a lot less tablets. Some I've got to come off slowly. That's fair enough. But I'm finding I've got a lot more cognitive ability. Don't know where that came from. So I'm able to start writing again. So there's a lovely lady called Rita, thank you, who has been looking at some of my work. So my latest Slick Mona book, my new one, which I'm currently calling Adventures Above the Stars, Adventures with the Stars, something like that. So I've currently done the introduction and I did chapter 1 last night. First draft, rough copies. sent them over to her, and she's absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. I really do enjoy writing the Slick Mona adventures. I'm ex-military, but I'm ex-Air Force, so I'm not army, I'm not infantry. The character I write about is he was Special Forces, Navy SEAL. He's now ex-forces. I have a basic insight into guns and some tactics. That's about it. But you can read things, you can see things on films that you just want to add in, just little bits you add in. Love doing that. And the idea with these books is the first book was supposed to be a couple of years in the future, which is about where we are now. And then each book takes you, an extra couple of years or a bit more into the future, and it advances. So, Adventures into Danger is actually the prequel. I wrote that third, and it describes how Slick Mona becomes this action adventure guy, how he sort of learned to fly and sort of few other bits and pieces, and some of the adventures that he's in, but also how come he's now out of the SEALs because how he got injured. That's really good. The first one I wrote, which is the second book, Adventures Above the Clouds, that I love that one. That's how he meets Mav. And Slick and Mav have an amazing dynamic. How I'm able to write that, I don't know, but a lot of people love it, and it seems to work out quite nicely. Then my favourite book so far is Adventures of This World and Others, where they go to build a moon base. Now, I love the old TV series Space 1999. Growing up in the 70s, used to watch it. And I used some of those ideas in the book. And it works out quite nicely. There's tragedy, there's battles, there's all sorts going off. Some really good science stuff, but also some interpersonal things as well. Love it. The next one is, I can't remember exactly what the title is, but I know it's Land Shark. So Slick Mona Adventures, if you put in Land Shark, it's slightly out of sequence because Slick and the team do go on some adventures, but Slick gets a dog, which is interesting. And then we get into the new one, Adventures with the Stars, Above the Stars, or With the Stars. That's going great so far, and like I say, Rita's absolutely loving the sheet. She's like, just send me the next chapter, just crack on with it. So now I've got back off my walk. I've got a brew. I've got a couple of biscuits because I've got to restock my energy supply, and I'm going to do some writing. Absolutely love it. All right, you all take care. I'll hopefully stop sweating shortly. Have a great day. Set yourself goals. Set yourself something that's a challenge for you to do. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be as mad as my challenges. I've set challenges and goals before. A challenge is something you want to do. A goal is a challenge with a date on. Have a go. And if you do, message me back and let me know how you get on. And if you want any advice on how to set them up, I hope you get started. Anyway, stay healthy. yourhealthyourchoice.net. Your health, yourchoice.net. You all have a great day and take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.